Hi there. My name is the Reverend Breen, and I'm with Good God Ideas and Deep Roots Confirmation, here to share with you another creative prayer practice. This time we're going to be doing mosaics, and we're going to be doing confession and forgiveness by making these mosaics. I learned to make mosaics from a friend of mine who actually paints icons, and this is what an icon looks like. An icon is a holy painting where every single brush stroke is a prayer. And so I thought maybe we couldn't learn how to do this but we could use that same idea of every single stroke being a prayer. We could turn that into mosaics for ourselves. So first of all, in order to get started, you of course need your candle to light. We light our candle to remind us that this is a holy time and that it is set apart for God, and that God is listening to us in this time of prayer. Then you need a square of stiff paper, just plain stiff paper. It could be any color for your background, but I'm using white. You need some strips of paper to cut up into your mosaic pieces. Since we're doing confession, I was thinking of Lent, so I'm going to use purple and gray and black. And then when it comes to forgiveness, I'm going to use Easter colors, the gold and the white, and then also some sparkly paper. You're going to use your scissors to cut it up into small mosaic tile pieces. So I have some strips like this, some squares, and some triangles. And I did that with my other colors as well. And then in order to stick it to your mosaic, you're going to need a glue stick or some other kind of glue that would work. You could also use double-sided tape, but it would take a little bit longer. Now, it's time to begin. Because this is confession and forgiveness, the first part of our mosaics will be confession. Every time that you place one of your little paper tiles onto your paper, it will be a single confession. What are you sorry about? Where have you sinned? Where have you trespassed against your neighbor? Or maybe even where have you trespassed or debted or been in sin against yourself? So this might take a little while, and it might take more than one session, but just figure out a way to begin, and then as you pray each one, you'll add a tile. I did mine in a cross pattern like this, because it reminds me of confession. Once you've completed your cross section of your mosaic, you're going to go back and surround this confession with forgiveness. So I took my white tiles and gold tiles and my sparkly tiles. And for each tile that you place here, you're going to say to yourself and hear it as if it's from God's voice, you are completely forgiven. So every time you place one of those outside tiles, you are completely forgiven. When you are done, I would say it's a good idea always to just place your hands on this piece of artwork that you have made, to give thanks to God for this time of prayer, of confession and forgiveness, and to say Amen. And then you can place this in some place where you can see it quite often to remind you both of the need to confess and of your complete forgiveness always. I hope that this will be a wonderful prayer practice for you to engage in this next time. And I pray that you will know that God's ears and heart are always open to listen to you as you speak and respond to God's voice in prayer.